This is John from Fruitful Acres. We're just taking a quick peek at the apple orchard, seeing how it's doing. This is some of our Empire. They're doing pretty good. They're small. We know they're small because we don't thin. Why don't we thin? Because we don't have time. If we had more time, I'd go through and I'd thin these all out, and then you have bigger fruit. But one of the things is associated with time is that we don't spray anything on these. We should. We don't. We don't spray for the bugs. We don't have traps for the bugs. I've sprayed in the past for fire blight, but we don't spray because we don't have the time. We have a lot of fruit and only 2 people to manage it. So we have around 250 fruit trees, 800 grapevines, and 300 berry bushes. So you got to pick your spots. Now, we don't thin these out. If you did, you'd get more of a steady crop every year because apples are biennial, at least most of them. So if you thin them out, you're going to have a heavier fruit set the next year, so you can regulate. Now, how this is done commercially is they spray, I want to say 7, which forces the fruit to abort. So it's a chemical way to thin out. And I know that it's not really for that purpose. 7 is a pesticide, but they utilize it. I don't know if they spray a higher concentration to make that effect, or where it is during the season, or how that works, but they are able to spray with chemicals that thins them out. Otherwise, you have to go through by hand and thin them out. And we just don't have the time. Plus, because we don't spray for bugs, the bugs do get into some of the ends. We have codling moth issues. We've tried to address it in the past with traps. And yes, they work, and yes, things are better, but it's not perfect. And ultimately, we're not taking these to market. If you want to come here and have some, we'll give you some. But we're not going to the local grocery store and putting our apples in their window. We're using these for cider. And cider doesn't care whether it has some bug damage. Cider doesn't care if they're a little bruised, as long as they get crushed up quick. So since cider doesn't care, we don't care. And we focus our energy on other things. Because again, there's only so much time, so you gotta prioritize. But these Empires are looking pretty good. Even though we don't prune, they do tend to set heavy every year. This is the thinner of the 2 years, but still, we're getting fruit. It's looking pretty good. It's still 4 to 6 weeks away. They're early to mid-October apple. The Red Delicious and Golden Delicious are earlier in the season, but we're still 2-3 weeks away. But everything's looking pretty good. Let me go over to the MacIntosh to see how those are doing. So we have these 2 rows of Empire, and then we have some MacIntosh. We got some electric pruners this year, which really helped thinning out the water sprouts and some of the damaged ends. It really saved a lot of time. Unfortunately, the tools did not last very long. I don't know if I was overzealous with the size of the branches that I was cutting with them. I could see that. But either way, even if you're just burning the tools to where it costs a couple $100 to get them to go through and prune, we were actually able to do a good job. We kind of gave up when it got down here because the MacIntosh, they're kind of sickly. We've tried to revive them. They're looking pretty good, but we just ran out of time. But look at all the apples on the ground. So many apples. Some of them are good. So this also determines when we pick. If the tree tells us when the fruit's ripe, and when they start dropping a lot of apples, we can let them wait, or we can pick them, even if they're a little tart. So you can see there's a lot of fruit dropped on the ground here. Some of it doesn't look too bad, but we normally don't get much fruit off the MacIntosh, but we should have some. So things are overall looking pretty good. We'll have to monitor to see when things are ripe. Again, normally we'll pick late September, so we shall see.